Welcome guys to the 4th episode of United Talk, and in this one I've got 3 more stories surrounding the Reds during the week, and gonna just give you guys my views and opinions on them now. So the first one, I'm gonna give you a transfer update if you like for one of our successful negotiations, and it's to do with Shinji Kagawa. As you know, we agreed a fee I think it was 2 weeks ago now, and he was on international duty with Japan, so that explains why he hasn't been able to officially sign, and he hasn't had this medical, or we haven't been applying for the work permit yet. But it has emerged this week that he will actually fly into Manchester tomorrow, as of the Friday the 22nd of June, and then he will undergo his medical, and if successful, he will then United will do the paperwork and send off for a work permit, a UK work permit for him to eligible to play next season, and that will be a huge step towards equaling and answering the critics of our midfield, because Kagawa, like I said in other videos, and I don't think a lot of you guys need to be repeated again, but he is a quality player, and exactly the player and the sort of player that we need within our midfield to improve it, and to give us that extra dimension within our attack. And because a lot of people have been saying we are a bit flat at times during the season, and Kagawa will definitely add again that bit of attacking prowess, and also that bit star quality, and that ultimately will help us in the long run, not just next season, but perhaps the next 5 years. Like Kagawa said, it is a dream move for him, and he wouldn't have wished to go anywhere else. So it's really good to know that Kagawa's move is being processed, and it's going along well. And in the next few weeks, I think it should be sorted out. And again, it's really good that Kagawa has come out to say that we were his preferred destination, and we were the only one who he kind of wanted to go to. And that's what you want at a club, because you want people there who are committed to the cause and to play for a club. And Sir Alex Ferguson would have been for any Asian players, because just purely because of the culture of the Asian kind of like culture, if you like. So Kagawa, his move should be completed in the next few weeks after the work permit and the medical has been done. So what do you guys think about Kagawa? Again, what kit number you want you guys to see him, and what role will he play next season for us? So leave your comment below, guys. The next one I'm going to talk about is to do with Nani. I touched on this issue I think in the last episode of United Talk, where I told you guys that Nani, he has been asking for a contract extension, but has been refused because of the high wage demand, and the club weren't kind of like keen to meet them. But it has emerged this week that Nani has said that he has lowered those expectations from around, I think, £150,000 a week to £120,000 a week, which, as you can see, for a modern age, that is quite a considerable kind of drop and decrease, and also an act that has to be kind of like applauded, because not a lot of people will reduce their kind of wage in order to stay at club. And that shows again, just like Kagawa, that Nani does want to be at the club. And I think £120,000 a week for a player of his quality is a very cheap deal, because if we do perhaps say sell Nani, get about £35 million in for Nani, who else is gonna have that sort of same kind of like overall package as Nani offers right now? He can shoot with both feet, and he can dribble, he can cross, a lot more consistent players, and also he has the quality to be a match winner. And people have been talking about James Rodriguez, and perhaps James Rodriguez would be a good option, a 20-year-old from Porto. I talked about him in other United transfer talk videos, but he is unproven in the Premier League after all. So Nani, I think he is about to go into the prime of his career. He's 25 right now, and I think an extension to make a 5-year contract would make very good sense for everyone concerned with the club, because Nani, like I said, he is a special player. You don't get a lot of Nanis in the world, and the only other person who kind of have a similar style is Ronaldo, and you know, we were very fortunate to have both of those players at our club at one time. Ronaldo has obviously gone away, but we still have Nani on our hands, and I think we really have to look after Nani because, you know, he is a special talent, and he is a, you know, a really important piece of the puzzle for us. And if we need star players to compete with City in the future, I think Nani will be a vital part of that plan if we were gonna, you know, succeed in that challenge. So Nani, it appears that he wants 120 grand a week, sorry, to stay with the club, I think for an extra 3 years. He has 2 years left on his current contract, but with 120 grand wouldn't make him a top earner. But again, that I think really a good offer for such a top-notch player, and you're not paying out and breaking the bank for, again, that quality of player. So what do you guys think of that deal, and would you guys pay the 120 grand a week for Nani? Because, you know, I really feel strongly that we need to kind of like just give him that demand and let him stay, because he clearly wants to stay with our club. So again, leave your comment below for Nani, guys. The next story I'm going to talk about is something that's quite concerning when you look at it from an outsider, even as a United fan actually. It's to do with Zeki Fryers, and better known as Zeki Fryers for those who are within the United circle. He is a 9-year-old defender who can operate as both left back and also centre back, and he's been performing really well for reserves this season. He has actually appeared in a couple of appearances in the League Cup, and he performed extremely well on both occasions, really calm. His pace was notable for a lot of, you know, football pundits out there, and how composed he was on the ball as well. So Zeki Fryers looked to be a really good prospect for the future until, you know, a report come out this week saying that he basically on the same contract issues as Pogba, and basically Tottenham appears to have won his signing in the summer when he's out of contract on July the 1st, fighting off competition from Everton and also Newcastle. And, you know, if this story was true, I would be very, very disappointed, because Zeki Fryers, like I said, is looked to be a very good prospect for the future. I mean, he could be our long-term answer to Patrice Evra when, you know, Evra retires or leave. And like I said, Zeki Fryers have been performing very well in the matches he has taken place in a senior team. And a lot of people have said how he looks to be a star of the future, and this would be, again, very disappointed because you know, I don't know why he would want to leave, because again, he has come through the ranks, winning the, you know, Academy Cup a couple seasons ago alongside Pogba and Ravel Morrison, and he's from the local area, so it would wouldn't make a lot of sense for him to leave in such a, you know, early stage of his career. And surely, if you're going to leave somewhere, you're only going to go down if you're going to leave for another club within this country, unless you perhaps go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, you know. But it appears that Zeki Fryers has made up his mind and he is going to leave United. I don't know what to think of it really, but Zeki Fryers will be very disappointing if he does leave, because like I said, he could be our long-term future. No need to spend £15 million on Leighton Baines to replace Patrice Evra while we have a young and good prospect without our hands. So Zeki Fryers, he might leave, but again, I'll get back to you guys on July the 1st if any news does occur. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Zeki Fryers maybe change his mind and Sir Alex will convince him to stay for the foreseeable future. So there you guys have it. There's another episode of United Talk, and if you like this video, guys, please rate, comment and subscribe. I'll be back with a United transfer talk tomorrow as of the Friday 22nd of June. Thanks for listening, guys, and, you know, thanks for your support. Cheers.